Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Prosecutors reveal a trove of new evidence in the case against the Crumbleys. Worried messages on Facebook. What didn't happen during that meeting at the school, and the one thing the couple took with them when they went on the run. Prosecutors say they took the receipt for the gun used in the shooting at Oxford High School. Good to have you with us here at 5. I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. That new evidence was revealed in this 30-plus page filing with the Michigan Supreme Court. See, the parents asking the court to throw out the involuntary manslaughter charge against them. But now prosecutors say they have even more evidence that those charges should stick. Pamela Osborne has been going through the filing and shows us how this could change the case.
The defense has argued the Crumbleys could not have foreseen what their son Ethan was about to do. They want the charges dropped against both parents. In response to that appeal to the state Supreme Court, the prosecution is saying, hold on a minute here. We have more evidence that shows they should have known and that they should go to trial.
We're starting to see why the prosecution chose to go to that next step.
In newly released court documents, the prosecution details more evidence it says shows the Crumbleys knew of their son's mental distress. It points to Facebook messages dating back to March 8th, 2021. In them, Jennifer Crumbly expresses concerns about Ethan, saying she was, quote, freaking out when she couldn't reach him after school. Prosecutors say she was frustrated with husband James, writing, quote, I told you to pick him up because he's upset and I don't want him to do anything stupid.
That right there is evidence of foreseeability, evidence that they knew or should have known that Ethan was a ticking time bomb.
We spoke with criminal defense attorney Neil Rockhind, who isn't connected to the case but has been following it closely.
And what the prosecutor's office is saying is that there's much more evidence.
Prosecutors also submitted more evidence showing the Crumbleys knew of their son's proficiency with firearms, including receipts for gun range visits and a receipt for the murder weapon which James Crumbly had on him when they were taken into custody.
But where the police found it, that they found it on James Crumbly's person when they were supposedly going to be turning themselves in, but hadn't yet and had to be arrested or caught, really adds amplification and it adds significance, and it gives it sort of a sinister feel.
The prosecution asking the defense to dismiss this appeal. No word on when a decision may be made. I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Well, as for their son, he's set to have a key hearing next month ahead of his sentencing. Now to new information we're learning into a deadly shooting in Ypsilanti.
Yeah, the sheriff there now tells us a 16-year-old and a 20-year-old were killed, 2 others wounded. It happened at a home on George Place, not far from Michigan Avenue in North Prospect. Will Jones live on this story. And Will, you've been talking with neighbors.
Devin and Kimberly, neighbors say too many young people are settling their differences with guns and so many lives are being taken. This shooting hits one family especially hard. 3 of those shot yesterday are brothers.
Investigators back on the scene this morning of a quadruple shooting on George Place in Ypsilanti Township, talking with people in the neighborhood, as well as taking pictures of the parking lot where it happened. Around 6:30 yesterday evening, police say 4 people were sitting in a vehicle when someone fired shots at them. The victims took off in personal vehicles to the hospital, but one of the cars crashed before getting there. An ambulance took one gunshot victim to the hospital. A 16 and 20-year-old later died from their injuries. A 14 and 19-year-old remain in the hospital. The 3 youngest gunshot victims are brothers. Police are still searching for the shooter. They have not said what led up to this shooting.
The solution is young kids got to stop carrying these guns. It's not like it used to be.
This morning, Theresa Wilson was looking at the damage to her car following the shooting in front of her home where she's lived for 7 years.
They drove into it.
As they were trying to leave, I guess?
Trying to get out.
Wilson says she's thankful that no one else was hit by bullets.
And I'm glad my grandkids were not here. Because usually in the summertime and it's hot, everybody be out.
So still a lot of questions about this shooting. Police have not said if they have any leads on any suspects. We are live. Will Jones, Local 4.
All right, Will.
Ford Motor Company confirmed today another round of layoffs will happen this week. Salaried workers in all sectors of the company will be affected, including in the new electric division. The automaker says it will start with several hundred engineers, but more cuts will follow. Ford is not alone, though. Recently, General Motors and Stellantis began reducing headcount by laying off some workers and offering buyouts to others.
Former President Trump's lead over his rivals is growing. At the same time, his legal troubles are growing and piling up. In fact, today, several major Republican candidates taking their message to New Hampshire, trying to break through all the noise. Alice Barr, though, is in Washington with details on a newly surfaced audio recording of Mr. Trump appearing to speak about classified material. Alice.
Devin, NBC News has now obtained an audio recording referenced in the 37-count indictment that accuses former President Trump of mishandling classified documents and misleading investigators. A busy day on the campaign trail for Republican presidential hopefuls, once again overshadowed by legal troubles for the frontrunner, former President Trump.
These are the papers. This was done by the military, given to me.
An audio recording that's expected to be used as evidence, revealing Mr. Trump appearing to acknowledge he knowingly held on to a classified Defense Department document about a potential attack on Iran, and then bringing it out during a 2021 meeting at his New Jersey golf club with 2 staffers and a writer and publisher.
It is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information.
The former president has repeatedly claimed that before he left office, he declassified all the materials he took with him, but the recording appears to contradict that.
Yeah. See, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't, but this is classified.
Now we have a problem.
Mr. Trump denies federal charges of mishandling sensitive national security material and obstructing the government's efforts to get it back. Without evidence, he's accusing the special counsel of illegally leaking and spinning the audio recording, today calling the indictment
a great, great, beautiful badge of honor and courage.
His top GOP rival today alluding to the impact the frontrunner's baggage could have on the 2024 election.
If it's about relitigating things that happened 2-3 years ago, we're going to lose.
But the former president's poll numbers are up since the latest indictment. A new national NBC News poll shows him with backing from 51% of GOP primary voters. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis dropping to 22%. Also campaigning today, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, who ducked on criticizing her former boss's legal issues, but slammed his China policy. Another example of GOP rivals trying to set themselves apart from former President Trump without alienating his base. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
Okay, Alice, the first Republican presidential debate is set for August, but that's getting interesting, too. Donald Trump has threatened to boycott it. Former president says he doesn't want to get the ratings up for Fox News, who's hosting the debate, after Fox did not air some of his speeches over this weekend. A deteriorating stretch of roads in Pontiac will soon be getting a facelift thanks to new federal funding.
Over $16 million will go toward reconstructing the 4-mile corridor along Pike Street and some of its connectors, such as Front Street, Eastway Drive, and Bagley Street. Work will also include efforts to expand pedestrian access and create a bike trail along a former railroad.
Let's take a look at some live pictures from up north. Well, somewhere back there is the Mackinac Bridge. This is the scene from Mackinac City. You can just kind of make it out. You should be able to, on a normal day, you would clearly make it out, but the smoke from the Canadian wildfires has it shrouded in haze right now. In fact, folks right around there being told to stay indoors if possible, and if you go outside, you can expect to smell sort of a campfire smell in the air up north.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a look at this is our Windsor sky cam.
Only slightly better.
That's right. Things aren't much better at all there. It looks like fog, but again, that is smoke in the air right now.
And we are again under an air quality alert because of what's happening outside.
And that comes after all the rain yesterday too. Kim Adams has a lot to talk about tonight, Kim.
Yeah, it's actually that rain that pushed some of this smoke down to the surface as we've now got some sinking air and it's very stable, creating a really thick layer of smoke and haze. This is our Mount Clemens sky cam, and it looks like it's almost a stormy day. It's not. It's completely dry. That is smoke. We had a couple of calls from viewers in Clinton Township asking if what they're smelling is wildfire smoke, and yes, it absolutely is. 70 in Detroit and Howell, 64 in Port Huron, 69 in Monroe. Air quality alert has been extended all the way through tomorrow. It will be the worst in the morning, unhealthy to perhaps even very unhealthy levels. We've been staying right around here with these alerts, the unhealthy for sensitive people with asthma and respiratory issues. Now we're up a level to unhealthy for everyone to be outside tomorrow, and could even touch at times, hour by hour, the very unhealthy range. So if you can stay inside, I know some of you work outside, just try to limit the amount that you're outdoors tomorrow. Then on Thursday, we were just put into a marginal risk for severe weather. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes.